Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Pepper Talk Show. I'm your very, very favorite man, of course, you know, MC Chance, and
I'm Choma Morales.
hi. Today we're going to be talking about a very controversial topic, and this is something that we had to think really deep into. Today our topic is, why do ladies date married men? Why do you people date married men?
You look at me like I'm the apostle of the women.
Now you go answer today.
I have to represent.
Okay.
I think that the ladies who go for married men, for the most part, go for married men because of what they can get. In a situation where you know that the man is married and he's not going to get divorced, and he has kids and he has a family and he's not willing to leave his family, and he's not willing to be polygamous and marry you as a second wife.
Okay.
It's an arrangement of convenience, so to say. You give
Okay.
me, you get what you want, which is my body, and I get what I want, which is the financial support.
The money.
The money. Basically.
Body exchange, money collection, basically.
Exactly.
Okay, so because this is my thing here, I'm still yet to phantom, the idea behind a lady that knows that this man actually belongs to another lady. But you're very fine in being the side chick. You're very okay in being that obedient one, just so that your rent can be paid, your car note can be paid.
Right.
I mean, is that some type of laziness? I want to know their mindset behind, that, like, it baffles me.
And it goes back to what I was saying about that arrangement is sort of, I wouldn't want to use the word joy, but the joy is in knowing that it's not going to materialize into something other than what you know it to be. As opposed to relationships where, you can start from girlfriend to boyfriend and turn to, what you're getting into. This is a purely transactional, sort of affair, basically.
Right.
You get what you want, I get what I want, and everybody's happy. And you have some of these people, or some of these women or ladies, have been in these relationships for years. So they are sort of the official mistress. And they know that they're not gonna get the sort of emotional, sort of attachment that comes with a relationship. So it's a relationship, it's a quasi-relationship. It's a relationship of convenience because you're essentially getting what you want and he's getting what he wants. And
So
everybody's happy.
And so basically, from what I understand, it is like a girl in her right senses that has 2 legs, 2 hands, and a brain.
Right.
I can understand the females we have maybe somewhere in Africa where it's like tough and the system doesn't permit people to like have a job of their own. And I'm not trying to create an excuse.
Right.
But those ones where they America here, those ones where they
Waiting be their motivation.
Waiting be that, like, you get job day, food day. Anybody can survive. Like, I have seen where a married woman actually had to call the side chick
On the phone.
on the phone, like,
I
leave
know.
my husband alone.
It happens.
You understand?
It
So
happens.
I'm trying to, like, my thing is, like, how do you feel as a girl? You know very well that this guy is married. He belongs to another woman.
Right.
Like, do they think that at one point in their own lives, like when they're actually ready, are they going to be okay with their husbands having a side chick?
Yeah. Okay. So of course I'm not the spokesperson at all
Okay.
for side chicks. I'm against that. But I think it goes back to what I was saying earlier about that flexibility. When you know what you're getting, it's kind of sort of an arrangement. It has an expiration date, so to say, and it almost works for you because you can afford to. That same lady is not just dating that married man. She could be, nursing a full-fledged relationship on the go, which I know I have somebody who is going through that sort of like they have a regular relationship. I'm not dropping names, Chance.
Wait. You can't mention stuff like that. We have to wait. So what you're saying now is that this girl actually has a boyfriend.
Yes.
Then on top of the boyfriend, she now has the man who is married, the sponsor of their relationship.
Exactly, and that's the right word. One is a sponsor and one is the love of your life.
Okay,
and
so
it's
let me ask you a question. Does the love of her life,
No.
does he know that there is a sponsor?
No, because like you said,
That is God.
no. I no. It's kind of sort of like you said, she doesn't really need this. Basically, it's not as if she's jobless, right? And this lady or whatever obviously is educated. I think it gets to a point whereby, as a woman, you know what you can get, and you know how easily you can get it. So I think some people rationalize like, I'm gonna be given another man maybe who doesn't in this case the love of the life doesn't have money, but the married man does. So the sponsor is sponsoring my lifestyle, and the love of my life is sponsoring my emotional well-being,
Right.
so to say. So
So-
so it's like some people can put it in compartments like that, and you can say this man does this particular thing and this one does this particular thing, and if she's gonna get married or whatever, and whenever the love of the life sorts his life out and maybe becomes
But
well-to-do, then whatever happens. But in the meantime, lifestyles have to be sponsored.
wait, but Choma, this is my thing here, right?
Ain't saying she a gold digger.
Let me clear this thing a little bit, because
Okay.
personally,
Yeah.
I have a problem with young girls. I have seen some beautiful. I know some of them.
Yes, we will.
And and the thing is, me, I know they hide mouth. If I see you, me
You
to
have
tell
no
you.
filter. He has no filter
I don't know how
whatsoever.
But this is my thing here. How a young girl, like, what is so? I'm trying. Okay, I have seen a situation like you explained. The girl has the sponsor, because I call them sponsors,
That's what they are.
and then she has her guy.
Oh.
But it's just that this guy was okay with the fact, right,
That she
his
was-
girl had a sponsor.
Right.
So in my head, I already know no normal man in his senses that will really want to end up with you as a girlfriend would give that permission for you to have, a
A
sponsor
sponsor that's sponsoring our lives.
that is sponsoring our lives. You understand? So my thing is, because I think it's very slutty. I think ladies that do that are very slutty, and they have a very low self-esteem. I don't give a heck whatever it is you have explanations for. I don't, like some people say, oh, he pays my school fees.
Right.
He pays your school fees. He pays the rent. He pays the car note. All that stuff. And to me, forget.
You feel like they're taking advantage, basically.
I feel like when they're taking advantage. And see, hey, I know some men will lie.
Right.
I know some men will lie about their
Being
relationship
married.
status. those ones I understand.
Right.
Like, have
But
you?
I've personally in the past.
This one you're laughing
Unfortunately,
like this. This one you're laughing like
I'm
this.
not laughing. It was
What are you about to
it
drop
was
now?
an unfortunate. It was an unfortunate incident. I wish never ever happened. Now, but in that situation, I had no idea, because this man was portraying himself to be a single man, to the point where, like, I met his family and they told me he was single.
Wool up, nigga. Wool up, wool up, wool up. Just wool up. What's a businessman?
That's the level of.
Okay, hold
but
up.
That's
Hold up there. You know what? Let's take a break, and when we come back, we're going to continue on that story.
Are you shipping an item to Nigeria? Do you want a safe and fast delivery? Shipmate can guarantee you that. Shipmate is a web application that allows people in Nigeria to shop for products like phones, laptops, clothing, and much more from America and get it delivered through a Shipmate traveler within 5 to 10 days. You see, it's very fast. It lets you save money and time. You can also make money by becoming a Shipmate traveler and watch your wallet grow each time you board a plane to Nigeria. Shop for your items, relax, and count the days till your items arrive. Buy and ship your items through Shipmate or become a Shipmate traveler now. For more information, go to www.shipmate.com.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back on the Pepper Talk Show, and previously we were talking about, why ladies date married men, and Choma seemed to have a very important story that I definitely want to listen to. So yeah, Choma, when we're talking, you did mention, that you were taken to the family of the man who apparently didn't tell you he was married,
No,
right? Okay, and then what happened?
I had no idea. I was, like I said, the person presented himself to be single.
A single
right
man?
From,
Okay.
Right from get-go. I knew about a previous marriage that they had, which ended in divorce. So
Right.
that,
Okay.
But it got to a point where, you know, you get introduced to parents and stuff, and parents and family are saying one thing that obviously they know about the marriage that didn't work out, and here you are. So them not knowing that the man is not single. So it was married, and he lied about it.
Wait, so but did the parents know?
They didn't know.
They didn't know that he was married?
They didn't know that whatever arrangement was going on between him and the woman was even happening. It's basically like you in America, you marry Yankee babe, your mama from village, that kind of thing. But except it's in a different. That would be an example of how that is possible.
Okay.
Because the parents obviously are in Nigeria, but the said individual is not.
Okay.
So they can have an entirely different lifestyle, and they were in a different country than I was. So it was like, so it's almost like you're able to sort of hide two lives and live two lives, and present it as honest, and nobody would sort of doubt it.
Okay, so let me ask you a question, right? At that point, you were very relaxed. Did you at any point try to find out, like, be a little, you know how girls can be a little bit snaky, like, suspicious,
Because the individual, like, he will bring up certain things to sort of reaffirm that, okay, that situation doesn't work. You know how you guys are. It's like, you're not telling the truth. You know you're not telling the truth, but I don't know you're not telling the truth because, this is like Facebook era, and you can look at stuff online and do your own investigations. And you know me personally, I investigate.
Right.
But this one seemed
There was
pure because
nothing-
the parents vouch for it. So
Right, okay. So I guess in your case it's understandable, so to say. I will continue to discredit young girls. And the annoying part is that these girls, if you see these girls are pretty fine, small. Some of them are so smart.
and educated.
I'm very educated,
Yeah.
but I'm just like, your education didn't take you to understand that, hey, there's something called karma. I don't think most people believe there's karma.
No, it's not about that. But I also think, like, let me drag this a little bit, like, to our sort of cultural background, right? The way that African women have this idea, like, a man is supposed to take care of you. Right? Your aunts, your mom, everybody's going to tell you that that's the way that you're supposed to be taken care of.
Right.
Now, you now find yourself in a situation where you're working, maybe you graduated and you have a good job.
Okay.
And you meet the love of your life, but he's broke. And you have to go to Bahamas sometimes. And you have to go on shopping sprees sometimes.
Okay, so
And
wall up.
sponsors.
She ain't messing with no broke.
Wall up, nigga, wall up. So first of all, I understand that the love of her life might be broke. But I think these girls are short-sighted. First of all, if you go on Facebook, you see people with, like, relationship goals, and then they show a picture of Obama and his wife back in the 80s and 90s when they were broke.
When they were broke, yeah.
And then they now show you now, and you're like, relationship goals. But I'm like, that guy that you're calling broke lover, though.
You never see the struggle.
You're not trying to struggle with him. You're not trying to, like, let me
That's
tell you
true.
something. I'm a firm believer of women empowerment. I believe a woman can bring so much empowerment into a relationship, and the man can actually blow up. Like, he can actually be, you understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
But these girls these days, there's no excuse. They don't understand, like,
that's what I'm saying. Is that role, like, if you believe as a woman, like, I'm completely against dating, married, anything, because I wouldn't want it done to me.
Yes.
When I'm married, because I know I wouldn't be okay with.
Before, how you want can it do okay?
We don't play that.
So let me ask you a question. What do you say? What do you say to those girls that you see that intentionally, even the ones that the wives call, like the wife will call you and tell you, listen, I have 2 kids, I have 3 kids. The person you're messing with is my husband. Like, what's the problem? Why can't you leave my husband alone? Even after discussing with the wife, the chick will still go that night and still give him correct something. Knock on 1 or 2 things. Back. You understand?
I get.
No guilty conscience. No, like, nothing at all, So
Right.
what do you say to those type of chicks? Like, when you see those girls, how do you tag them? What's the name you use in tagging them?
To me, I think it's despicable. I think it's cheap.
cheap.
I think to me, I think
Cheap
it's cheap.
is the word.
I think it's cheap because I wouldn't, because I've put myself in situations, but the truth of the matter is, and I don't want to drag this beyond the topic at hand,
Right.
but this idea of if I wrong you today, I think go church, go wash my sins away. So some of these people are going to be reformed housewives when they enter their husband's house. And they will expect that their husband will be faithful.
Right.
And they go forget, say they don't do 10 years back.
So what you're saying now is that some of the...
It comes back to haunt you. So don't
It
think
comes
that
back
you
to
can,
so
do now and then forget later. We'll go remind you.
So it's possible that some of the women that are affected, let's say some of the victims that we have right now,
Yes.
might have also slept with married men when they were single.
Not a repercussion.
Okay, so it's a
circle of life.
Circle.
It's circle of life. It comes back to you, and regardless of what you think about in life, like we know that whatever you do comes back to you. What goes around comes around, and you may think by then you're going to meet this new man and he's not going to care about your past, and it's something, the excuse is usually, I know one that it's a reformed runs girl. It's like it's something I did in the past. All things have washed away.
Reform that shower.
Reform that shower.
That kind of thing. Okay, all right. Well, that makes sense, right?
Yeah.
That makes sense. But we're not passing a message across to people and saying that the men, the married men that you're sleeping with their wives were actually sleeping with other men. We can't say that for every woman.
No, because we can't vouch for it.
And I guess the reason why we can't say that is that some of these men naturally would go out regardless, whether
and then go lie.
and they go lie.
They sabi lie.
And they sabi
Where?
lie. And for the men for men, I'm not trying to cover up for men. You understand? No.
Okay, if you say so.
That is why, see, for me, my prayer to God, now make him give me wife way sabi do things. You understand? Me, I like a wife where be say, if I tell them, hey honey, I'm trying to go out with my friends, she won't even talk. She'll just be like, okay, no problem. Around 7 p.m., she could just go shower, spray perfume, just pass me one time. I go look and say, who be that way pass? You understand?
Right.
Then I go full on. She go come. She'll come knock me. I'll come tired. Then I'll be the one calling my friends. You understand? Basically, my prayer is that I can settle with a wife where we say I go day comfortable with. Because I know some men today, no be mouth. I know some men that have been married 10, 12 years. Even 15 years, they've never stepped out of their relation. I can vouch for this.
Yes.
You understand?
I know.
So I can't say all men are like that.
No,
I can't say all men.
We can't pass that judgment.
Exactly.
No.
But my thing is, I feel like regardless of these men that can't control their dang living, I think if we start from women to fix the problem, at least let the girls not be cheap enough to agree to a married man.
Exactly, because these
You understand?
these married men are able to get these women somehow,
Anytime.
somewhere.
Anytime.
Exactly. So if you don't have women available to you,
Then
maybe you will go take your behind back home.
Back home, you understand?
Exactly.
And maybe if sometimes I've heard some men say, man, my wife don't they come up from ship, she no fine again, she don't beat, she don't fat, belly don't fat, all those things. So I'm like, well,
That's
at
why
the
they
end
have
of the
gym
day,
memberships.
so maybe if the man will now go back, because there are some doctors today, pharmacists, accountants that have money, right? But they don't see girls because naturally inbuilt, like they have a problem even walking up to chicks to talk
To them.
You understand?
Yes.
So those ones always end up with their wife regardless. You understand?
Right.
You
They
understand?
will be faithful by default.
They'll be faithful by default.
Exactly.
Now it's not like they won't want one small ass.
They go still look.
But they go be like, man, I don't even fit. You understand? But if these girls decide at least get small sense, of which we are talking about, probably this whole generation will have to be wiped off before these girls could understand.
Yeah, it would take
It would
more
take a
than,
very long time.
Yeah, it would take
to
more
be able to in that way the men can also now put in that effort, like, oh, fine, sexy girl. That effort you're trying to put into that little girl, you can now put it into your own wife. You understand? And me, I also like women that don't get married and relax.
Yes, you have to keep up.
You agree
You have
with
to
me?
keep up. 175%.
Some people just person wey dey fair before he enter come dey black.
unacceptable. Because then certain things you have to take responsibility.
You have to take responsibility. So if you don't want the man
You have to keep it the way that he saw you. Like
I mean, we understand that after childbirth,
things
the
happen.
girl go blow up, but you go still try and remember. There's some women that don't. I've met some women that don't have issues with their men cheating.
Yes. I have to. As long as you come
taking
home
care
and
of
you take care
responsibility
of
and they're fine with it.
responsibility and stuff, yes. It's
You know what? We have to end this topic and I reserve some more for next week. You understand?
Sure.
No, maybe we'll not give them next week. We'll give them something later when we are going to invite our guests to talk about this topic as well.
We'll have some special guests to discuss this issue because it's a hot topic.
Very hot topic.
Spicy.
We are bringing in a single man, a single lady, and married couples as well that would also join us. But that video will come out sometime later. But until then, my friends, stay away. Single girls, stay away from married men. We can do all the fine boys and young men.
I don't know. And
because we don't have money, that's why people are treating us like that.
I'm not a monk, and you know.
Well, first of all, but I've seen no, seriously, like the women have to have a vision, 2020 vision. See a man, read his perspectives, be able to some girls are smart in that, some are just
But sometimes you can dig and dig and dig and still don't find.
Yeah, so Chioma, I want you, what do you have to say to those chicks, those fine girls, where you just date there, they date married men? What do you have to say to them?
Remember that what goes around comes around.
Wow.
No matter what anybody tells you, you can't wash away your sins, do runs, and come back and marry a responsible man. So if you don't want it done to you, just don't do it. I don't believe in it, so I don't do it to another woman. Simple as that.
Straight to the point. As you heard her, let me tell you something. It's coming from a woman, now it's coming from a man. I'm telling you. If tomorrow I get married, if I come to talk to you, no agree. Except, of course, I lie to you and you don't know. There is God.
No, go try that one.
No, I'm not going to try my beg.
No,
now, why I want marry fine, babe. But seriously, reason it. Think about it. Another woman property. Leave them alone. Leave them. Even some of these married men, they won't even say anything to you. You'll be the one flashing. They show them yash. They do all this. Forget that thing. Packaging. Especially those of you in the US, UK, and all those places. Go work, man. Find young guy. Build a future with him. What is wrong with you? You want those what do they call it? Relationship goals, but you don't know what it takes. Already made. You don't know what it takes to be in a successful relationship. You wanna forget that thing. Anyways, this is gonna be it to wrap up this show. I want you guys to stay tuned for our next episode, and we are going to be talking about African and African American stereotypes. Until then, my friends, stay tuned to the Pepper Talk Show. Chaz.
Thank you for watching. I'm sure Mama Less.
Bye, y'all.
Bye.